Our community is spread across the Santa Susana Mountains, spanning both Los Angeles and Ventura counties. This terrain is hilly, rocky, and dry, with many areas only accessible by often overgrown fire roads. Because of its precarious situation, this entire area is labeled as a very high fire risk area by CAL FIRE. Collaboration with homeowners is important for keeping fire hazard factors at a minimum. Since the Santa Susana Mountains feature dry terrain and hazardous fuels, it is important to identify and collaborate with the people who own large amounts of it. We are completely encircled by very high fire risk land, and managing it is important. Chatsworth Lake Manor is home to a diverse array of flora and fauna. Nature has been a large part of our community's past, present, and future, helping to shape its identity as one of the last frontiers of the Old West. Climate Workforce is committed to working alongside fire departments and local governments to ensure that the community is prepared against wildfires. CAL FIRE hand crews are hard at work training in defensible space and working hard to mitigate any hazardous fuels or problem areas around us. In addition to providing physical work training, we collaborate with CSUN and fire captain/burn boss Woody Buska to offer classroom education for new firefighters. We are proud to provide a place for future firefighters to train and sharpen their wildfire defense knowledge and skills. We work with these CAL FIRE crews to maintain 50 foot of roadside clearance on either side of all roads to ensure they remain drivable for first responders and evacuees. We also aim to educate homeowners about the zones of defensible space around their home and property, while ensuring they are in compliance with all regulations. Much of the plant life in Chatsworth Lake Manor features invasive species which can elevate wildfire spread and risk. Non-native species such as mustard grass are often oily and produce extra embers. Promoting native species such as oak woodland and chaparral will benefit the area by reducing wildfire spread risk, encouraging community cooldown, and decreasing annual maintenance costs. We also aim to educate homeowners on fire-safe landscaping and gardening practices. Certain plants such as jade and elephant bush are great at capturing carbon out of the atmosphere while also being fire resistant, a good combination for properties in our very high fire risk area. Planting Day is a community event that promotes native species through community engagement. Held between CSUN and the log cabin in Chatsworth Lake Manor, Planting Day is a way to learn about native species as well as fire-wise planting and landscaping techniques. It is important to use fire-resistant materials when constructing or remodeling a home in a wildfire hazard area. Using materials like double or triple pane windows with at least one tempered glass pane can help secure your home against wildfires and embers. Climate Workforce is here to help homeowners with all residential, commercial, and land development-oriented objectives. We help to connect homeowners with architects, contractors, and landscapers who are trained in fire-resistant methods and materials. Drones are an immensely useful asset for our work. Using drones, we can get eyes in the sky, which assists us with things like vegetation monitoring, property assessments, and mapping efforts. Drones also allow us to use different sensors to perform large-scale analysis, such as assessing the health of plants and identifying areas in need of mitigation efforts. Using drones for this analysis allows us to capture before and after images for comparisons of our work. Jurisdiction is a big issue in Chatsworth Lake Manor. Our community is situated across the City of Los Angeles, unincorporated Los Angeles County, and Ventura County. As a result, the departments serving these areas have agreed upon a mutual threat response. We are advocating for hazardous fuel maintenance to be added to this mutual threat response agreement, as preventing fires is in everyone's interests. We are also advocating for additional fire housing and resources to be staged within our very high fire risk community to help in times of elevated risk, such as Santa Ana wind events. Part of our effort to increase wildfire defense is by installing beacon boxes around our community. These boxes provide information to first responders who may not be familiar with the area to improve their understanding during a response, where time is a valuable resource. These boxes provide information such as fire hydrant locations, pools, and turnarounds for fire trucks to ensure that out-of-jurisdiction first responders are informed of local resources. Through a joint effort with CAL FIRE, local fire departments, and local government officials, we have developed a community wildfire protection plan for Chatsworth Lake Manor. This CWPP features plans developed by local community members and fire officials that help reduce wildfire hazards through collaboration and preparation. Zone guides are geographically relevant guides for the 7 zones we divided Chatsworth Lake Manor into, based off of geographic and infrastructural features. These guides contain information from the community wildfire protection plans, as well as relevant information about their zone. This info includes evacuation routes, fire hazards, and tips on protecting homes and properties from wildfires and embers. Our idea for a community resiliency district would look to protect the natural landscape and wildlife in our community of Chatsworth Lake Manor through a resiliency lens. The goals of this resiliency district would include 1. Tying in together open space and rural/urban interface. 2. Adding pre-staged equipment and barracks to increase firefighter staffing and assets during times of increased wildfire risk, most notably the Santa Ana wind events. And 3. Creating innovative community hubs and workforce housing. We would also promote a push for what we call mutual threat joint response. As mentioned before, due to our location within Ventura County and unincorporated Los Angeles County, we are served by multiple first responder jurisdictions. This can lead to confusion and elevated response times, increasing risk to residents' health and homes. We want to promote collaboration between Ventura County, City of LA, and Los Angeles County to reduce response times. At the end of the day, our purpose is to ensure that Chatsworth Lake Manor is both well informed of and prepared for the risks that wildfire pose in the community.